Hi everyone, welcome back to the Wind Waker. So in the last part I finished up with getting the Ballad of the Gales, as you can see here, and I also got the Master Sword from down in Hyrule. So the next thing that's left to do is to head back to Forsaken Fortress and go and rescue Arrow, the sister. It's been a while since we've been there. That was actually in part 1, if you can remember that far back that we went to Forsaken Fortress. So it's all the way... Where am I facing? This way. You can see it just off in the distance there. I am going to super swim to it. Before I do that, I will super swim to Windfalls because I'm going to want to be able to charge up a lot of speed for this one. So I'll just quickly grab storage from this. The camera here makes this a little bit inconvenient. Okay, well maybe with the plant gone it'll be a little bit easier. See what I'm doing? Yeah, that looks better. Cool. So, yep, heading to Windfalls, so I'll stand kind of here and jump off to the side like this. Just gonna wait for the water to go down, and there we go. Okay, so I'll just charge up. This is only like one quadrant, so I don't really need to charge it up too much. Pretty easy to make this super swim. So I'll just wait for it to get about halfway empty, and then I think we'll set it off then. So probably about now looks good. Good angle as well. And we've got the ocean music back on. Oh, okay, I was too fast, and the ocean unloaded. I got here before it had loaded for this quadrant, I suppose. We're almost there anyway. If I super swim onto Windfall like this, the Great Sea theme will actually play on the island, or at least it should. So let's see if we can make that happen. Yeah, I think we've got it, because we've kind of, I guess, bypassed the trigger for making the Windfall theme start. I'm trying to get him on the land here, just so I can run around a little bit with that music playing here. You can probably not hear it that much. Something else I want to point out, actually, just while I'm here, because I never saw the cutscene with the pirates on Endless Night, I actually can't enter through this door, and, well, that was almost bad. If I come over here and try and go in the way that you're supposed to, it's kind of weird what happens. I'm actually going to make a state here because I'm a little bit concerned that there might be a crash, but, well, I mean, I know there is a crash, but hopefully not as soon as you come in. But, you know, the pirate music is playing and everything. I don't really want to go any further than this, but I guess I'll make another state and just see what we can do. But yeah, the camera's stuck here. So yeah, if you jump down you can't leave, the door doesn't work, and I guess, you know, like if I went to first person mode, so I guess this isn't like other games like Mario 64 where his head actually moves, because I'm moving the control stick right now and nothing's happening, so let's just head back outside, because there's nothing I can do in here. I'm glad that that worked. I thought maybe it was going to soft lock or something, but and then we're back to the Windfall music, which I don't like, so I'm going to load my other state, where we still have the Great Sea theme, which is much better. I think that's probably the best music in this game, and actually probably in any Zelda game, really. Anyway, the only reason I came to Windfall was so I could super swim off to Forsaken Fortress 2. Don't go near that guy, because he'll talk to you forever. And he actually catches you, like, he'll run to you and stuff, and it's just, ugh. I remember when I used to run this game, that was always a threat, that he was going to talk to me and waste time. Come on, why can't I get it? It's like one of the easiest storage spots. Oh, I managed to get it. Let's just jump into the water, make a save state here, and begin our super swim. And yeah, the reason I wanted to do it on Windfall is so I can get air refills from under this dock. Build it up quite a bit before I move away from the island. Let's say probably about that much is good enough. So let's have him face the other way, please. More like that. Yep. And then I'll continue to build it up and just change my angle so that I'm more towards where Forsaken Fortress is, which is what I'm doing right now. Let me just make a save state here, because I'm about to let this one go, actually. When it gets down to about halfway, I'd say. I can't really tell which way the oscillations are right now. I think we'll let it go after this. See if we can make it. Yeah, I think we're going to make it, no problem. So here we are at Forsaken Fortress 2. Look how quickly it changes to night, because this is a part of the game that you're only, like, it's always night when you go to Forsaken Fortress 2. So, yeah. I mean, it's good that I got an air refill there, because, it's going to make me a little bit more confident with what I'm about to do. Let me just wait till I get it to facing the right way. Obviously, when you're doing a super swim, you're going to be moving backwards, so just keep that in mind if you're following along with this playthrough. I want to swim away around to the side of it. I'm just kind of buffering this a little bit so I can really see what I'm doing. There's a bit of the rocks over here that you can land on. I think it's in here. Yeah, it is. So when you get to this little corner, it's kind of hard to tell where I am. If you look at the mini-map, and also on this, it's kind of at the top side of of the fortress on this map, but on the mini map it's the kind of western corner. This is where you want to end up. Now obviously Forsaken Fortress 2 you're supposed to come up here with the boat, it takes forever to sail here, and you blow open the door with some bombs. I'm going to skip that by using a Wind Waker dive. Now a Wind Waker dive is something we've actually seen plenty of times already. It's whatever I do when I activate storage, when he kind of falls off the ledge and falls down with the Wind Waker in his hand. I'm going to do this on a little ramp that's underwater. You can't really see it because I can't get the camera under there, but there is like a little kind of slope, and if you pull out the Wind Waker as you walk onto some of these really steep slopes, he will just fall down. And this is going to let me fall underwater. So just going to inch my way to the edge, sticking to this this wall to Link's left, to the right of the screen there. I'm going to count 1.5, then press B, and I'm now underwater and I can just swim inside the fortress. Being careful not to touch this door, I don't want to activate that loading zone. I don't even know if you can, but just to be safe I'm not gonna. And if I just swim under here, the cutscene trigger will pull me up even though I'm underwater, so, or even though I'm in the water, so nice and easy. Here's Phantom Ganon. His laugh and all of his little sound effects are disabled for this fight just because of how I got into it. The fight itself is probably much easier than the Phantom Ganon from Ocarina of Time. I find this a lot easier to time than those ones were. So there's a couple of ways that he can like react here. You want him to appear behind you, because it kind of skips having to do the tennis thing again. If you do have to do the tennis thing, just move over to him. Oops, I don't know how that happened. I think I did like a horizontal slash. But if you're doing the tennis thing, move over to him, because you can usually get it in 1 or 2 hits if you're close to him, just like in Ocarina of Time. And spin attacks. Hopefully it appears behind me now. Okay, cool. So that's just better because it means you can kind of finish him off a little bit quicker. So yeah, I think his sound effects are still disabled here. Yeah, because he normally laughs there. Fast forwarding this, of course, there's not really too much to say about it. But as a result of that fight, it opens that door and that one, and that's like, I guess, how they expected you to progress through the rest of this fortress. I'm not going to do that, of course. That's a waste of time. These guys are really annoying. They actually lag the game a lot on console. They're not really lagging it too much here on emulator, but they pretty much are infinite. They'll just keep coming back. So I don't know why I'm killing them really. I guess so I can get some things out of this, which I definitely do not need. I kind of want a heart. So what I could do here is I could activate storage by jumping on top of this this chest here, because there's no like easy storage spot in this area. But if I jump slash here, put down a bomb on the chest, I can. Oh, God's sake! Come on, wait for them to explode. Then I could stand up here, put down a bomb. Let's say put it there, and just kind of walk. Come on, I'm like so bad at this. I don't normally do this method. That's why. And I'm actually not going to do it in this video either. Come on, dude, get on top of the chest and stay. He's just at it now. He's just taking the piss. Right, move him across this way. So what you want to do, if you're doing this method, is plant the bomb and then just kind of walk into it with the Wind Waker. Whatever. I'm not going to show it off, but what will happen is he'll get pushed off of the top of the chest while he's pulling out the Wind Waker, and then you can cancel it 3 frames before you hit the ground and get storage. It's a huge pain in the butt, and I'm not going to do it. So instead, I'm just going to open the chest and progress up through the fortress kinda normally. I'm going to skip some of it by doing a cool little glitch. Well, not a glitch, just a cool and clever application of the leaf. So we've got the Skull Hammer. And by the way, just to clarify, if you did do that storage, you would open this chest and then the entire area would go black. And it would do that thing where you're allowed to like walk up walls and stuff because Link's hitbox has changed. And it would let you kind of walk up the side of the fortress. It'd be really hard to navigate because, like I said, everything would be black. It'd be hard to see what you were doing. But that's what you would do, and it would kind of let you get into the loading zone quicker. But we're just going to do it this way because I don't really care too much. So what I want to do while I'm up here, and he just totally clipped through that wall there. Did you see that? I'm going to jump up here. I'm going to save state because this bit's a bit annoying. I'm going to jump off here with a leaf. Actually, I should save state closer, like maybe here. And I'm going to try and cancel it so I can land on the ladder. My angle was absolutely atrocious there, so that was my own fault. But I think my first angle that I took off with might have screwed me here a little bit. I'll try it once more, and then I'll just jump off again. We might be okay. There we go. So I think what normally happens is you do something, and then like a block appears down there, and it lets you jump to that ladder, but You can skip that entirely if you're just a bit clever about where to jump from and what items to use and stuff like that. So back inside the fortress, these guys are no longer a threat. They won't try and put you in prison, they'll just run towards you because we've fought moblins all over the joint now. There's no need for these guys to be any different any longer. So just run straight past them. There's no need to hide yourself in a battle anymore. So, man, the noise that these things make is like so annoying. They're like little devils or something. Again, there's no need for me to kill them. I don't know why I'm bothering. I shouldn't be picking up these hearts either. In fact, I'm gonna let him hit me a little bit. That's only doing a quarter damage, because I am going to have to take some damage in a little bit. So I think actually there is a damage source up here that I can get some quick damage from. I'll break this down and just kind of walk into this a little bit, I guess. That looks like it's taken more, but it's obviously still a quarter. It just felt like it was more. It should be more. Look at it, man. That's barbaric. That. I'll get it down to about, let's say, 2 hearts. I think that should be reasonable. And then I'll continue. So, I'm not actually about to do a zombie hover here. But the trick that I am going to do does require me to have low health. And I'll explain why that is when I get closer to it. So, I love it when you can get that with a jump attack, because sometimes you'll try and do that when you press L, he'll target that thing. Right, okay. Love it. Alright, so heading in here, there is a pretty long cutscene in here where you're like reunited with your sister and stuff. Just hit me a little bit. Just once. So I'm going to edit this out, and I'll cut back to when it's over. So let's head inside. So the Helmarok King is now going to terrorise me as I try and run up this thing. It's the same bird that got rid of me from Forsaken Fortress at the start of the game. You can see there's like a lot of grappling hook points on the wall here. I guess if you're like really slow or something, you'll get stuck behind a bit that he's broken off. But if you just roll the entire way up, it's really easy. So yeah, there's not too much to say about this section. Just make sure you don't run into these guys. You can kind of come out, and I guess if you suck, they can knock you off, but shouldn't really be an issue. We're about to be at the top. So what you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to take out the skull hammer and smash his head with it. Oh, okay, we're not quite there yet. And it breaks off the mask, or I think it breaks the mask, at least damages it, and then you break it off in the fight. I'm going to skip this. I've made a save state. I'm just going to jump off, pull out the leaf, and land over here. And I'm going to pull myself up. And what I'm going to do now is, if I stand still, you'll notice that Link just kind of stands there. Nothing abnormal about it, right? If I take one more heart of damage so that I'm down to 1.5, he now crouches, and this actually has reduced his hitbox a little bit. And that's going to be crucial for the trick that I'm about to do. But before I get to that, I'm going to wait around a little bit because I know that the stone is going to go off, and I want to press A to cancel that, because it's going to be a nuisance in a second. So whenever you're in this arena, whenever you press L, it'll just automatically target that, even if you're facing away from it. In fact, I can go into first person mode, cancel it, I'm facing away from it, press L, targets it, and it's actually the same for even when you get past this, because obviously the boss fight here hasn't started yet. Oh, whatever, I don't think this A thing is going to happen. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take advantage of the fact that Link's hitbox has been reduced, make another save state. I'm going to leap across here, be parallel to this wall, drop and grab. Okay, screwed that up, but you can kind of see what I'm going for, right? I'm trying to like land on this little corner section. It's a little bit tricky with the timing. Thank goodness for save states though. I could have sworn that I was close enough there. My depth perception's absolutely atrocious, so... Oh, wait a minute, I'm not holding up when I cancel the leaf. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. It took me a long time to get this at all. Okay, so if you're... Well, there you go. If you're too close to the wall, he'll just kind of bounce off. I don't really know why I can't get it though, but what you want to do is just grab this and pull yourself up. Like this, and because of his reduced hitbox, he's inside this. So I can now walk around, and now I'll cancel this. Just to get it out of the road. He's just going to talk about how I don't have a chance really, but it's not going to matter because I'm not even going to kill this stupid bird. So now that I'm in here, I'll put the sword away, and I want to come over here to this little block, and the same as Hyrule, I can't get through it, so I'll crawl, walk under it, and it's just a simple matter of jumping up here, and I'm now past the Helmarok King. I've managed to get past him without fighting him, and I'm going to keep this in L target mode. Like, if you get up here, the L thing kind of stops working if you face away, but if you target him here, you can actually just hold L and it'll stay targeted the entire distance. So I'm just going to side hub up because I'm a jackass, and it looks kind of cool. It's like Ocarina of Time. It kind of takes you right to the door as well. So there you go. So in here, there's a pretty long cutscene where, you know, Ganondorf talks to you and realizes that you've got the Master Sword. Then Valoo comes and burns this place down. And after that, we're going to head back down to Hyrule. So I'll cut that out and resume when I get down there again. So in this part, we're actually going to see more of Valoo's translated text. So I'm not going to edit that out. Just cycle through this, leave it on for a second. Yeah, it's really weird to see that. Because obviously he normally speaks in Hylian, and that's kind of the whole thing, I don't know. Oh well, there you go. So here we are back in Hyrule. This time Tetra's with us. I am going to fast forward this actually, I don't know why I wasn't doing that already. So there's a little bit of text here before I regain control. Not really too much going on right now, but there are going to be a bunch of plot points revealed in just a second. I'm not going to show them because it's really cutscene heavy, but I'll explain what it is, I guess, for those of you who don't know, which I assume has got to be a minority. I figure if you're watching this, you've probably played this game before, or at least know what the spoilers are. So here we are. I actually want more health now, and to have like more items, so I'm going to try and replenish some of my hearts like this. That's good enough. I just don't want them to be kind of slouching over or anything like that. So, where is she? Is she just going to like stay there? Yeah. She doesn't actually have to follow. You can just go in normally. And that little barrier that I skipped before with the electricity is actually still here, as you can see. And she's going to... Oh, okay, never mind. It's dispelled. I guess they assume that if you leave Hyrule 1, that you've done that. So is this thing still... Oh, okay, it's moved back this time. Kinda want to do the glitch again, but I'm not going to be that much of a jackass. Let's just head in. I've had the loading zone so high up. So back upstairs, we just found out that Tetra is actually Zelda, and that the King of Hyrule, who is dead presumably, is the King of the Red Lions, which I guess is fine. So let's head back outside. There's nothing else for us to do down in Hyrule until the very end of the game, so I'm just going to head back out, talk to this guy, because you can't actually get in the boat without doing that, and his text is really bloody slow, so let's just fast forward this as much as we can. At this point, there really isn't too much that I want to get done in this segment, except for making myself extremely overpowered, so that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this. So there's not really going to be any story advancement for the rest of this video, but there's still going to be lots of cool stuff, I think. So let's get our sail out. We're going to need that in a sec. There actually is going to be a little bit of sailing in this video, I believe. Let's just head back up to the surface and crack on with it. I've got a list of coordinates that I need to visit, and I'll be sure to go to all of them and upgrade as many things as I can. So yeah, he's just telling you about the hero of time, which is Link's ancestor, or whatever the hell, I don't know. Anyway, the whole part of this section of the game is now to like collect the Triforce shards. Really, I would consider that the final leg of the game, and this middle bit's more like the Wind and Earth temples, which we'll be doing pretty soon. Before we get to that, when he ever shuts up, I'm gonna head out this way, I think. No, this way actually, because I want to go back to one of the Triangle Islands. Gotta avoid these little cyclones. I could just warp like to Windfall, because now that I have that Ballad of Gale song, I think this is where I'm going. Just sail pump my way there. I'll just speed it up and press the buttons quicker. I want to go this way so I can super swim to my next location and get the first of the many upgrades I'm going to try to get in this video. I think I should be able to get them all now. I'm pretty sure the only thing that was standing in my way before was that I didn't have the Skull Hammer. And I do have that now, so I don't know why I'm changing the camera, just to make it a little more exciting, I suppose. It's definitely exciting. But now I can't see what I'm doing, so it's a bit reckless. Anyway, there's Windfall, so I know I'm almost there. That's one of the islands I'm going to go to. That one, where is that? That's like, what coordinate is that? Is that A3? No, it's more like E3, right? E3. I don't know. I've got them all mapped out anyway. Sometimes I forget, like, if the letters go across the top or down the side, but I think they go across the top, so that would be, like, I don't know, yeah, it'll be E3, I guess. It's like right over there. Anyway, that was completely pointless. Let's just stop off here. There's another island, I think pretty much directly north of here that I want to head to. It looks like it's going to rain or turn on night or something. Just quickly grab storage from here. Again, how many times have I gotten it from this island? It's got to be like at least 3 or something by now. Come on, man. I feel like I've gotten worse at this as this playthrough has progressed. There we go, right as I say that, of course it works. So the island, okay, so it's telling me to go to Windfall, I guess that's the next place I'm supposed to go. No, wait, sorry, that's not Windfall, that's above Windfall, my mistake. So these are like the 2 locations of the Wind and Earth Temple, that's the Wind one up there. So where I want to go is actually A3, so it's not too far from here, I should be able to make it, but obviously I'm going to save state anyway. Actually, I want to go off this corner so I can have a nicer angle when I launch this thing. So hopefully we'll get it first try. I guess if I feel like I'm not going to make it, I can stop off at Windfall or something and get like an air refill or whatever, but it's not that big of a distance. As long as the oscillations are nice to me, I should be able to get it. And I think they are being nice. I think I'm getting pushed away from the island. Can never really bloody tell, to be honest. Let's see. A little more like that. Come on. Turn around. There we go. Oh, well that's just beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted, obviously. So, that was kind of my own fault. I should move away a little bit and then charge it up, right? It's a more sensible way to do it. So this kind of angle here is what I'm after. Please don't move back towards the island, Link. That's not going to be good for anyone. No, okay, he's moving away from it. That means the oscillations are on our side, and we want to go this way. So, am I close to it yet? No, there it is there. And when I get really close to it, I'm going to bring up the map again. Oh, no, I don't have to. I was going to say I'll bring up the map just to make sure the island actually loads, but it did, so... And yeah, it is about to turn to night. That was a pretty quick day. It was hardly long ago that it was night when I was at Forsaken Fortress 2. So, this fairy in here, I believe, is going to give me the next wallet, the Giant's Wallet as I call it, even though I don't think they're called that in this game. It's just like a larger wallet or whatever. But in Ocarina of Time, it was in Majora's Mask, it was always the Adult's Wallet, then the Giant's Wallet. And there was like an icon for the original one that you started out with, but it was never used in the game. But you can kind of get it to show up on your pause menu with RB. Anyway, irrelevant. That's Ocarina of Time, and we're playing the Wind Waker right now. So we can now have 5,000 rupees, which means that for a part later on in the game, which really requires an awful lot of rupees, I can do that without having to like make multiple trips. There's no easy way to get storage here, so I'm just gonna jump into my boat. I like almost never do that in this playthrough. I never get in the boat. So I've done A3. Where else do I want to go? There's one on E3 that I could go to. That's quite a way. I'd rather super run there actually. B2. I've got a warp to that one, so I'll probably yeah, I'll just do that now. Where's my Wind Waker? I gotta play that Ballad of Gales, because there's no, well, it is possible to glitch inside this island with the super swim, but ordinarily you're supposed to just warp there, and I think it's just quicker to warp there anyway. To this one right here. This is the Mother and Child Island, and in here is where we're going to get an upgrade to our arrows. There is a long cutscene here, so I'm going to edit this out. Obviously, I've got to show this part of the cutscene where the king looks around at you and Link is kind of bashful or whatever, because that's funny, of course. Okay, so we're now inside the island. In that cutscene, she gave me the fire and ice arrows. These are handled a hell of a lot better than they were in Ocarina of Time. When I pull out the bow, I just press R to switch between them. The bow is actually a lot better than Ocarina of Time, because like in Ocarina of Time, when you pull out an arrow, it is firing and it is taking one off of that, even if you press B or A. But in this one, you actually keep your arrow. So at this point, I could like bomb clip out of bounds here, get storage before it, then bomb clip out, and super swim away. But it's just kind of a nuisance, so I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to warp out instead, because there's really no point to doing that. It's going to let me go straight to Windfall as well, which means that I can get storage and go to the next island for the next upgrade. So this is where we're headed, Windfall. So let's just head over to there. I don't really like taking the boat. I've gotten quite used to super swimming everywhere that I want to go, so hopefully, well, I know what's going to happen. Luckily, we're going to see more of that in just a second. So, regaining control now. I'll just swim over to the usual spot. What ones have I done? I've done B2, I've done A3, I guess. Where C1's like there. I could make that from here. If I go to C1, Yeah, okay, whatever. We'll go to E3 next, which is that one. So there's like another upgrade there. Let's go and get storage again, in the usual spot. Hopefully not too many attempts this time. Yeah, God, I was about to say I think I've gotten worse at this, definitely, and then of course right away I get it. So this one's actually only like, oh, it's not there, it's there, my mistake. So it's like to Link's left right now. So southeast from here. I really don't need to charge this up too much, because it is just one quadrant down this way. I'm not sure what this one's going to give me, I don't really remember, to be honest. We shall find out in just a second. I think I've charged this up like way more than I need, but you can see the Fairy Island right there. And it shouldn't be an issue to make it onto land. Okay, so what's the deal with this one? It's blocked by this. Can the Skull Hammer do this? Let's find out. I would have thought it'd have been able to. Does it take like 3 hits or something? Like how you can break certain rocks in Ocarina of Time, but it takes 2 hits or whatever. The bombs should work. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So this is gonna let me. Actually, like I said, I don't know what it's gonna do. You'd think it would let you upgrade the bombs because that's how I got in here, but let's just see. Fast forward it as usual because there's nothing to see here really. So what are we gonna get this time? We've already got the wallet. We've already got 1 bomb upgrade, and the max that you can hold is 99, so that's what I want to get. Okay, yeah, okay, so now I've got the maximum bombs. There's no more bomb upgrades in the game, and 99 is far more than I'm ever going to need. Honestly, 60 was far more than I'll ever need, but, you know, it's good to have as many as you can. I really should have save warped out of there, because I'm actually going to go back in the boat now. So, the next one I want to go to is G4, so that's going to be, like, there, right? No, sorry, it's going to be there. Is it? Let me just check my map. Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, I was right. So I'll just... My wind is really bad though. What can I do? I've done A3. I know this is probably dire to watch. I've done that. I've done that. I've done E3. So yeah, okay, I guess I'll just get in the boat and see what's happening. I don't mind changing the wind really, like it's not an issue for me. In fact, yeah, I don't know why I've not really been doing this. I guess I've not had to until now, but I want to get these upgrades, so let's just do this one. Change the wind to south east, I believe, will be the most beneficial here. And I'll just sail pump my way over there, because this is the right path, yeah. Yeah, it's like this kind of way. Alright then, I guess we can just enjoy the scenery. It's kind of relaxing, I suppose. It's a little bit of a distance, to be honest. I wish there was a super swim, a storage spot on that island, but oh well, not a big deal. I'll just fast forward it anyway. It's only going to take us a few seconds to get there. Hopefully under a minute. The ocean's really relaxing at night. You know, I like those little wind effects in the sky. The game looks really nice. The fact that they did this with cell shading means that it's like been very easy for this game to stand the test of time, which you know, isn't true for a lot of other ones, even though I still think a lot of the Zelda games look really nice. Right, we're kinda almost there. I think we're about halfway to it. And I've no idea what we're going to get here. I mean, it should be like an arrow upgrade. I think there's actually only 2 more fairy fountains in the game that I haven't visited yet. So that would make it the arrow upgrade by default, but there is like a 3rd thing that I want to do in this segment. It's kind of hard to sail pump when you're speeding this up. So there's some sea hats up ahead. Those guys are always a nuisance. Please don't knock me out of my boat. Alright, I'll come in fast forward mode for a second, just till I'm past them. It's doing that weird thing that it did with the Helmrock thing where you can't get away from target mode. But yeah, we're almost there. If this was a TES, I could just jump out the boat and do like a manual super swim, back and forward on the control stick every other frame. That'd be nice, but it's never gonna happen. I don't think it's, well, I know it's not humanly possible. Anyway, let's jump out of this thing and get onto this. So, like, what's the point of this? Like, okay, There's switches here. I thought maybe I'd have to break this. I'm kind of curious about something though. Does this work? Let's see. Put our new arrows to the test, shall we? Nope, doesn't do a damn thing. So let's just break these down, all with jump attacks, of course, because that looks cooler. I like doing cool looking things. So we'll go in here and presumably upgrade our arrows to 60. It doesn't matter which order you get the arrow upgrades in, or the ball upgrades, or the wall upgrade for that matter. It doesn't make a difference. It's obviously going to give you the smallest one first, because all the fairy fountains can kind of be accessed really at any point. You know, like after you have a certain amount of items. So let's see what this one is, as if I don't already know. Brilliant. So I didn't actually get the bow that long ago. It's good to have a lot of arrows going into like the kind of later section of the game. So let me just think before I go any further. G4 is where I am right now. The next one I want to go to is... well, I want to go to D7, but I'll go there last. I also want to go to C1. So that's like... no, I've done C1. That was that. I want to go to A3. Yeah, like I said earlier that I did A3 thinking it was that, but it doesn't matter. I have to go to both of them, so we'll go here next. So actually, yeah, I'll save warp here. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I guess because the last time I was on this screen, I had it over there. Just save warp, and this will put me back in my boat, presumably, right? Maybe it'll just put me back outside. I don't remember. Hopefully, I'm back in the boat anyway. So let's see. Save me a little bit of time. Nope, not in the boat, but it's just offshore anyway. How's my wind again? It's southeast. Okay, that'll be fine, I think, depending on where I can warp to. I'm going to need my sail, I think. So, let's just get the Ballad of Gales up, and we'll see what our options are for this. I could be a deck and go to Windfall, and then Super Swim there. I mean, Windfall's not really that far from it. Is it? Nah, let's do that. That sounds a lot more fun, you know? Because then, for the next bit, I'm going to go to Outset, and then I actually think I'm going to have to sail to the next section, so yeah, whatever. Let's just get out of the boat, and god, the wind's even worse now. Get over here. Get storage again. Actually want to get on land here. The other bit's too high up. So that mailbox is having a fit. I'm just going to leave it. Don't really need to bother with it. It'll give me a useless chart or something. Probably not useless to the casual player, but I know where everything is. So we're going down to here, so that's like kind of like effectively 4 quadrants, or well, more like 3 really. Okay, let's do it. Don't like it when the camera switches like that when you get in the water. Anyway, build up a nice amount of speed before I head off from the island. A little bit more than that. Okay, I guess I got greedy. I don't even know where I am right now. I want to go in here. Make sure I'm at a safer area like this. Okay, let's go. Build up a nice amount. Just have to be careful not to shoot too close to that dock, or else you will grab it. Right, that's probably good enough. And I'll shoot away and start building it up. My angle kind of sucks, so yeah, that's more like it. Can use Dragon Roost as kind of a reference point here, I suppose. I will make my save state here, just in case, and charge it up for just a little bit longer. Can't really tell which way the oscillations are going right now, but I think that's good enough. Let's just shoot off and see if we can make it over to C3. Yeah, no problem at all. Just pull out the Wind Waker as soon as I get on there because I'm getting scared. Another Skull Hammer one. And it's turned daytime, so I spent like an entire night doing this so far. Whatever, that was a cool way to enter that. I'm glad that I made that choice in my life. Let's run over here and fast forward yet another fairy cutscene. I think this is what, the 4th one that we've seen in this video, and there's one more to do after this, so let's just wait for her to give me the final arrow upgrade, and then we'll head back to Outset, even though there's really not much that I have to do there. But there is something close to the island that I have to go to, so I'm just going to run back outside now that I know that save warping doesn't actually put you back in the boat. There's no need for me to bother with it. So where is the king? There he is. I like how the water kind of goes down as you run towards it there. It's just nice timing and stuff. Let me think. How close? Okay, like I'm miles away. I am eventually going to have to go there, so it's kind of handy, I suppose, that that it's like next to where I'm going to go first. Anyway, Ballad of Gales again. You can kind of see already how useful this song is. Link's about to fall out the boat. Look at that angle, man. He must have glue on his feet. So let's go down to Outset. And yeah, these are like all the locations that the cyclone can send you to, if that wasn't obvious. I think I did mention that in the previous part anyway, so whatever. Let's just head all the way back to Outset. I'm probably not going to play Ballad of Gales again for a little while. And I'm actually glad that I set my wind to some easterly direction like that. Going to make this bit a little bit easier because I want to go straight east. The island that you can see directly ahead is where the Earth Temple is. I am not going to go in there yet, but I am going to swim past it. Actually, I want to swim like way past it. Maybe I should have went to Forest Haven and came from that direction, but it's whatever. I don't want to get too close to it because there's a cutscene guarding it, and I want to skip that later because I'm a jackass and I have to do everything that way, the stupid way. Okay, so yeah, taking its time here. Let's see if we can fast forward it. I'm still mashing the sail. Hopefully I'm moving it close to optimal speed. There's a submarine in the water there. Probably has something in it, maybe like a treasure chart or something. That, you know, for like 100% in this game, you've got to get all the treasure charts. It's quite an involved process, you know. I think I'm safely past this island now, and I've never actually beaten this game 100%. I heard something in the ocean there. I could have dug that up and gotten either money or a treasure chart. It's always one of them two. So now that I'm in this quadrant, I don't know where exactly this thing is, but I am looking. Well, I'm not in the quadrant yet. I'm about to be. But what I'm looking for is a group of seagulls, and I don't see anything yet. It is starting to rain though, so that's a good sign. Just got to keep your eyes peeled here. Is that them over there? Maybe? How far south am I? Yeah, this is them, I think. So I've got to head over to this. I'm going to want my bow and arrow actually, with my 99 things. I think I'll use my bombs as well. So I'm looking for something to happen here. There it is. This is getting safe stated because I want to kill this thing. You got to blow up these things that are on it. See if I can do it with bombs first. Might be easier with bombs actually than using arrows. Does it work? Yeah, it does. Cool. And I've got 99, so I've got plenty to waste. See if I can do the whole thing with bombs. It's a lot cooler. A lot more damaging than an arrow anyway, surely, right? So there's one in the back. Come on. Turn around. Or spin around quicker, come on. There's just one more to get. So it's just like a big octo. It's like a kinda optional sub-boss, I suppose. Almost. That's him dead. Okay, so the point of that was that it gives you another great fairy, and this time it's going to give me a particularly useful upgrade. Probably more useful than all the ones that I've gotten so far, except for the wallets. I believe this is the final one in the game as well, so I'm pretty much OP at the moment. So she is going to give me a double magic meter, which is going to be tremendously useful for some of the glitches that I'm going to have to do, because I know I'm going to screw them up and it means I don't have to bother with the soup glitch quite as much. So yeah, very happy with that. I don't think there's like double defense in this game like there was in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, but whatever. The next place that I'm going to head to is actually the Earth Temple, which is back there, but I'm not going to bother with that for the moment. That's going to be it for this video. So we've done quite a lot here, most of it not really related to the story, but you know, it's got to get done anyway. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.